Okay, hi guys, I'm back, and hopefully I don't knock the camera over again, or upside down, or whatever it did in the last video. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a few things that I have made. I made a couple of these like last week, the week before, or something like that. Okay, so I made another one of the canvases, and oh gosh, another canvas. And this is the 50-cent one that was at Michael's. I got a few of those. They were on clearance. And I Mod Podged some torn up book paper to it. And I used a lot of chipboard pieces from Joann's. They're like, was it like Antique Market or something like that? Yeah. So I used a lot of those different pieces. And this was the first project that I got to try that Fabri-Tac glue on, and I love it. So now I use that glue all the time. Oh, she doesn't listen. Anyways, this is one of the $2.50 keys from the Michael's bin. Then I have this little jar that I had, oh gosh, I got them a while ago from somebody in a rack. I don't remember, sorry. But they came with the little micro beads in them. So I emptied the micro beads into a bag, and I put some translucent or iridescent, that's the word, seed beads in there and glued it on with glossy accents. Those are the 250 flowers that seem like they're coming off. I just used the adhesive that it came with, and I should have known better. Anyway, so I just used a lot of the chipboard embellishments that came with that. And I went over, oh no, the book paper, no, I'm trying to remember because I made it a couple weeks ago. Perfect Pearl. I took like Perfect Pearl, and I took this and I sprayed it on the craft mat, and I ripped up the pieces of paper and I like rubbed it around in it. And then I glued it down, or Mod Podged it down. So that is my little canvas. It's sitting on my shelf. So that's that. I might have to re-glue those flowers. Well, not re-glue them, glue them, period. Okay, so I made that. Then I was playing around with, remember a video or two ago I told you guys that I made out of that old stamp mat, I made like a bubble wrap stamp. I just pressed it into some bubble wrap. Well, I made some ATCs using it. This is the first one. I stamped it down. I rubbed some vintage photo on the stamp mat. Stamped it down. Then I used, those are the two new dollar, this one too is a dollar stamp from Walmart, I believe, and then this one was from Joann's. I stapled that right there. This love is from, oh, what's her name? Stephanie Bernard. I believe her, yeah, this stamp set right here. I used the love. And that hand, I don't remember. I'm so bad at this. I don't remember where the hand came from. And then I take the piece of paper, and I stamped it in this ink, first of all, the archival ink. And I just like rub the edges on the ink pad like that. So it gets that black on the edge without going on to the paper. So that's, whoa, my goodness. I am just not having a good videotaping time. Oh my goodness. Okay, stay. So that's the first one. And then I still had ink left on the mat, so I stamped it down again onto this one. And this is the Simon Says Stamp You set with all these U's, you, and then Are the Best Part of My Day. That comes with that same set. These little hearts are from the Walmart clear stamps. And this arrow is from one of the Walmart clear stamps. And then I put some stickles on there and stapled the heart there. And a couple staples up there, and then I did the same thing around the edges. So I made those 2 ATCs a couple weeks ago. I think a lot of my Instagram people have already seen those. So then I had some images that I purchased online, and I made some ATCs with them. Here, flip it over, make it plain. Look at how messy my desk is. Ugh. And the first one I made was this one. And this, see that in the background? Like that cream color there? That is the other stamp I made that I showed you guys. That, hold on, I have a mess going on here. That is the doily stamp. So that is stamped in the background, and then I printed her out, but I cut her out. I didn't, she was on a size, like an ATC size. I just cut her out of the background. I put some lace, I kind of wrapped it around there. I stamped that on the back, the leftover ink. Those are some Michael's flowers. That is the package of sequins that I got from Michael's. And I put some stickles on there. And then this You Make Me Smile is part of the Simon Says Stamp the You set. So that is that ATC card. And then another one that I made with the Vintage Ladies again. I made this one, and this is some leftover cardboard from my work. I ripped up the flaps to the boxes, and I stamped on the back, on this red right here is in, I think, worn lipstick or something, and it's the doily stamp that I had made. And I wasn't too sure about all the red, but I didn't want to waste it. I stamped over with a script stamp. That's the Recollections stamp that just came out. This, on this white stuff here is some of that molding paste, modeling paste or whatever. I got it rubbed around. Then I used some pieces of burlap that I bought in the remnants bin at Joann's, and this is some lace from Joann's and some trim from Hobby Lobby. And I did the same thing. I cut her out, her background out. This is a big Recollections flower that I bought like a couple years ago. I bought like a jar of them. I put some burlap behind the flower. Yeah, so first it was just like that. And then I thought, well, darn, since the flower's so big, I need something else. So I put some lace behind it. And then oh, that's another thing that I got I didn't show from Joann's. I knew I got something else. I got this package of iridescent sequins for like 79 cents. I knew I didn't. I knew there was something else, but so I glued them here and there, and I stickled the flower. So that is that. I don't know if I probably should have done something to the back. But I really don't give these to anybody. I just kind of keep them, so I guess it doesn't matter. So those are those two. Then back to the bottle caps. So, like I said in my last video, Lydia did that video showing how you can use the old packaging. So I was like, oh, I have that same packaging. So this is when I tried to punch the hole in it, and I said, you know what, let me see if flattening it will mask it. Yes and no. So this is the packaging from the K & Company, and I glued it down and put some glossy accents over top of it. And this is another part of the packaging. Excuse my fingers, I have alcohol ink all over them. So there was those two. Then I watched another video and they were like, oh, you can stamp, and I was like, oh yeah, let me try it. So I stamped this. I stamped Loved in the butterfly, and I inked the edges with Distress ink, and I put glossy accents, and I dropped some iridescent seed beads in there. My husband thought it was cool. He thought it was bubbles. He's like, oh, are those bubbles? So those are what I made with oh no, wait, I take it back. There's one more. Uh-oh, it fell off. Hold on. Here we go. I'm having a technical malfunction over here. Okay. I tried to be a little fancy on one of the last bottle caps. I didn't like smush it in the Cuddle Bug. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. Okay. So I tried to make this little charm dealy. So that's more packaging, and I put some glossy accents over it. I was able to punch holes, but with the crocodile, not that hole punch, it wouldn't do it. This is one of those beads that I showed. This one. And one side said cool, the other one said heart, so I tried to go over it with a marker so see it wouldn't be like as obvious. And I made a little charm there, and that's some more of that sequence. And this is this stuff. I told you I had already used some. And then these I had just gone into my little thing of like broken jewelry that I have, and I just picked some different little things to put on there. So that's a little charm thingy that I made. And I have two more that are not flat, or are flattened. So that's what I made with the first ones that I had. Then I told you I had an idea for these, you know, to see if I could do the bottle cap type thing with them. So let me show you. This is the first one I did, and that's using more packaging. And all I did was, it was really easy. I took it out of the package, and since it's like aluminum, like a soda can, they're really easy to bend. So I bent all these down, and I alcohol inked it with different colors. And this one I had put the glossy accents and then sprinkled glitter. But I did another one where I rubbed the glitter on first and then the glossy accents, and that turned out better. So that's a little one. That was one of the first ones. Each time I tried something, I like tried something different. Let's see. One of them's not really done yet. Then there's this one. This one I stamped and put some crackle accents in there. And this is the one where I sprinkled the glitter first. And inside there, because I have a 1-inch hole punch, and these are a little bit bigger. I would say like I would need like the 1.25 inch maybe to completely fill it. So I just put some alcohol ink in the inside there to I don't know, just to make it look better, I guess. And then I alcohol inked the outside to kind of make it look old and rustic. I used some of that gold mixative that is opaque, and then and that's how it was at first. And then I was like, oh, let me play with the black. So I rubbed the black around the edges. I don't know if you can see that. And then I took the black and I just rubbed it there, and I just kind of left it. I let it do its thing. So that is another one. Then there's this one that it completely changed this the crackle accents, or it might have been a mixture of the alcohol ink and the crackle accents completely changed the color of that paper. The butterfly was a lot brighter. It was black or brown or something, and it kind of dulled it out. But scrapbook paper, and you see the little edging right there, kind of looks like a braided edge. That's the metal, like it's because the paper doesn't go flush to the edges. So again, I just put alcohol ink inside. Now this one I did alcohol ink. I did the lettuce and the cranberry, I think that's the color. See, and I just kind of touched it out there, and I left these edges plain silver. I just let it do whatever, go wherever it wanted. But I like how that looks cracked and old. So there was that one, and then this one is not done. I kind of don't want to show it to you, but then I kind of do. Okay, this one I completely flattened with the Cuddle Bug. Made it completely flat, and I went over it with eggplant and a blue color, sailboat blue, I think. And that's more packaging. And then I put glossy accents over it, but then it had like a raw edge. So I added that glitter this morning, and I poked a hole in it. And I added this because I want to dangle some beads from it. So, excuse me, I'm like getting sick again. But, so yeah, that's completely flattened in the Cuddle Bug. So that's another one. And then the last one that I have, I made this one. And this one has a flat piece that I rubbed black on. That I flattened it and like this, and I took one of these and I glued it to it. And it was a littler one, like, you know, like these are the bottle cap size, like kinda. This one was a smaller one. And I don't have a smaller hole punch. That 1-inch hole punch is the smallest one that I have. So I got one of the clay roses that actually Amy just sent me. And it's a teal rose. So I alcohol inked everything in there. I did blue in there. I did some green. I did black. And I accidentally got some black alcohol ink on the rose. So I said, oh, forget it. So I just rubbed it on there. My phone's ringing. And then I put some stickles on the inside just for something. So then I put this big jump ring and I threaded on some of those iridescent sequins. And then another jump ring, and then I took a silver butterfly and I I dabbed with alcohol ink one wing, one side, and I rubbed some silver glitter on that. So that is that one. And then I want to do something with like this little thing. So anyways, that is what I've been doing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Lydia and Karen and all you other ladies that can think outside the box. Like using the packaging and just all kinds of things. You're so inspiring, and I hope this inspires somebody, because who would have thought to use the tops of the ornaments for crafts? So, anywho, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!